Signs of imposter syndrome and how to overcome it. Do you feel like a phony? Like you never belong where you are, and you only got there through dumb luck? Have you ever felt doubtful about the goals and accomplishments that you achieved in your entire life? Are you suffering from a fear that people will find out your true abilities and see that you are not talented, but simply an imposter? If you can recognize any of these sentences, then you might experience what is called imposter syndrome. The good news is, you don't have to worry or panic about it. Watch this video till the end to know everything about this syndrome and how to overcome it. Welcome back to An Average Mindset and Mental Health, where we aim to help you work with your mindset and make you mentally strong to overcome life challenges by giving you the tools to help yourself and your loved ones. Before we start our video, we would like to establish that the purpose of this video is to spread knowledge about imposter syndrome. Please don't use this video to diagnose yourself. What is imposter syndrome? Imposter syndrome is loosely defined as doubting your abilities and feeling like a fraud. It disproportionately affects high-achieving people who find it difficult to accept their accomplishments. Many question whether they're deserving accolades. Let me explain this by quoting a very interesting fact about the great Albert Einstein, because he feels the same way. After doing great revolutionary work, he said that his work doesn't deserve as much appreciation as it has received. It is first discovered by psychologist Pauline Rose Clance. She noticed that many of her patients shared the same concern about their studies. Though they are undergraduates, they feel they didn't deserve a seat at the university. Then she started doing research on it and concludes that it is not a disease or illness, it is a syndrome. In the intense cases of imposterism, the person suffers from a high degree of self-doubt that can prevent him or her to share their great ideas with others. Is imposter syndrome a mental illness? While you might call it an abnormality, we can't call this feeling or suffering a mental illness. It's a phenomenon that is treatable. Imposter syndrome is not recognized in the National Health Agency or Global Health Agency, although both of these classification systems recognize low self-esteem and sense of failure as associated symptoms of depression. Imposter syndrome is a psychological state in which you believe you are not as capable as others believe you are. While this concept is most often attributed to intelligence and success, it also has connections to perfectionism and the social environment. While imposter syndrome is not a recognized disorder in the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, it is not uncommon. It is estimated that 70% of people will experience at least one episode of this phenomenon in their lives. Causes. Certain factors are known to play a role in the more widespread experience of imposter syndrome. For example, you may have come from a household that placed a great priority on success or had parents that alternated between praise and criticism. We also know that transitioning into a new role might cause imposter syndrome. Starting college or university, for example, can make you feel as if you don't belong and aren't capable. It's possible that imposter syndrome and social anxiety are linked. In social or performance contexts, a person with a social anxiety disorder may feel as though they don't belong. You may be having a conversation with someone and fear that they will notice your social ineptness. You might be giving a presentation and feel compelled to get through it quickly before anyone notices you don't belong there. To give you an idea of some of the personality types that are susceptible to imposter syndrome, the following can be used. The perfectionists. Perfectionists are never satisfied with their work and always believe it could be better. Rather than focusing on their strengths, they are more likely to focus on any flaws or errors. This frequently results in a lot of self-doubt and a lot of anxiety. The superhero. These people feel obligated to push themselves to work as hard as they can because they feel inadequate. The expert. These people are constantly trying to learn more and are never happy with their current level of knowledge. They generally underestimate their own abilities, despite the fact they are often highly adept. The natural genius. These people create unrealistically high objectives for themselves and then feel defeated when they don't achieve them on the first try. The soloist. Individualistic in nature. These folks prefer to operate alone. Because their self-worth is typically based on their productivity, they frequently reject offers of help. They consider seeking assistance to be a sign of weakness or ineptitude. Next, we will reveal tools that you can use to combat these feelings. Before that, if you feel this video provides value for you, then please hit the like and subscribe button to become part of our community and get notified the next time we provide new tools to help you stay mentally strong. Now on with the video. Cure and treatment. According to the results of some studies and psychologists' opinions, some points are worth considering combating imposter syndrome. Let's talk about all these one by one. Share your feelings. Talk to other people about how you are feeling. When irrational views are kept hidden and unspoken about, they tend to fester. Focus on others. Try to help people who are in the same circumstance as you, even if it seems paradoxical. If you see someone who appears uncomfortable or lonely, ask them a question to pull them into the group. You will gain confidence in your own ability as you practice your skills. Assess your abilities. Make a realistic appraisal of your abilities if you have long-held views about your inadequacy in social and performance situations. Compare your accomplishments and your strengths to your self-evaluation. Take baby steps. Don't worry about doing things precisely. Instead, focus on doing them well and rewarding yourself for taking action. In a group chat, for example, express an opinion or tell a personal tale. Question your thoughts. Try to question your thoughts. Inquire about them, whether they are rational or not. When you begin to analyze your talents and take tiny steps, there will be an improvement. Given what you know, does it make sense that you're a fraud? Stop comparing. When you compare yourself to others in a social environment, you will find some flaw in yourself that will fuel your feelings of not being good enough or not belonging. Instead, pay attention to what the other person is saying during conversations. Have a real desire to learn more. Use social media moderately. We know that the overuse of social media may be related to feelings of inferiority. If you try to project a social media image that isn't true to who you are or is hard to accomplish, it will just exacerbate your thoughts of being a fraud. Stop fighting your feelings. Don't try to make yourself feel like you don't belong. Instead, attempt to accept and lean into them. Only by acknowledging them can you begin to dismantle the basic assumptions that are holding you back. Refuse to let it hold you back. Whatever it is that makes you feel like you don't belong, don't allow that to stop you from achieving your goals. Continue forward and refuse to be stopped. You may face these indicators of imposter syndrome again as you progress and hit new milestones. So it's important that you always have the following in mind. Believe in your abilities. You are talented. You are important and just as capable as all others in the room. Lastly, remember, the person sitting next to you most likely feels exactly the same as you. That's all we have for today, and we hope the video created value for you. Until next time, stay mentally strong, stay on average.